I'm Jack Ritchie, and this is Independent Internet News. Tonight, we explore the world of civic infrastructure repair as we head to Minnesota. Here with more is Grant Crabtree.
In 2016, St. Anthony, Minnesota was enjoying an unusually warm, quiet October morning when something happened that would change part of this small community forever. Residents looked on as their stagnating lake was slowly drained to prepare for the coming task, and objects that looked very out of place began to appear around the shoreline. Was all this to do with Mirror Lake and the problems it was having? For more, we go to Casey Wilson.
In 1962, Mirror Lake was constructed by the city of St. Anthony to provide flood protection for the residents in the rapidly developing area. Historically, the land surrounding the lake was used for hog farming. Unfortunately, as time passed, the lake suffered quality issues and no longer provided sufficient runoff protection for residents, as was seen during the storm of 2011. Grant?
Polluted storm water, combined with nutrient-rich runoff that promotes algae growth, have damaged the lake. Deciding to take action, the city of St. Anthony entered into an agreement with the Rice Creek Watershed District in 2015 to address the problems associated with the lake. This project proposes to remove sediment and phosphorus from the lake, as well as to fix the outlet structure, then landscape the surrounding shore. To this end, the final contract was awarded to Sunram Construction, located in Corcoran, Minnesota. For more, here is Julie Better.
Grant, Sunram Construction was started by Lee Sunram as a part-time landscaping business venture in 1978. After 40 years, Sunram Construction finds itself involved with both residential and commercial construction and design. It has also remained a family-involved company, with Ryan Sunram becoming project manager in 2004.
And so it began, a constant stream of trucks, cranes, bulldozers, and workers flooded the small lake bed and became engaged in the ballet of construction. However, nature would play a little trick on those who thought they could predict the weather of the 21st century. Leading meteorologists have stated that world weather is showing a pattern of dangerous instability, and recent winters were noticeably warmer than historically seen in this area. Combined, this presented Sunram with a variable that might become a problem.
And welcome back to Independent Internet News. Mirror Lake in St. Anthony, Minnesota was finally being addressed after decades of urban runoff and neglect. However, the people charged with doing the job were running into a problem. Once again, Grant Crabtree.
And the struggle was joined. Could the equipment get onto the lake bed and do the job? Could the trucks get their loads and make it out to the road without disappearing into the muddy abyss? Even given that there were obstacles to their progress, such as gas lines and occasional rock formations, the weather became the biggest obstacle the team had to face. Were it not for the constant danger to their lives, The situation would have been a comedy act. Soon it became apparent that the weather was not going to hold out.
Oh yeah, I've got to say, I was a bit nervous going out there. It's a bit scary, don't you know?
The citizens of St. Anthony received information that the project would not be completed on schedule, so the plan changed. The Sunram team tried their best to make the required adjustments to render the lake usable during the spring and summer months of 2017. After their efforts, St. Anthony settled into a typical Minnesota summer.
Welcome back, I'm Jack Ritchie. As the reclamation project of Mirror Lake progressed, it became apparent that Mother Nature wanted to delay the work. Once again, Grant Crabtree.
The start of the second year of the project was a waiting game. Would the winter provide sufficient cold to freeze the lake and allow the remainder of the work to continue? As before, the fall dragged on, with moderate temperatures and little sign of change. And again, winter was slow in coming to southern Minnesota. But with the start of the new year, the brave people at Sunram Construction got back to their efforts, and the weather decided to give some basic cooperation. Their first endeavor was to continue with the shore adjustment and to dig out a section for excess water so that they could replace the outflow structure in its entirety.
Oh, I think it's gonna look there real pretty, eh? Like nature and stuff, don't you know?
So the final part of the reclamation project is steaming ahead. Soon the people of St. Anthony can look forward to the morning walks and evening sunsets, comfortable in the knowledge that their beloved lake is now more able to handle what the city throws at it. But for how long is anyone's guess.
As of this broadcast, the lake is covered with a new batch of snow, making it difficult to see the recent efforts. However, as demonstrated so far, the people of Sunram are committed to completing this project and giving the people of St. Anthony and the state of Minnesota a new jewel in their 10,000 lake tiara. For the Independent Internet News, I am Jack Ritchie. Good night to you all.